Hi guys, and welcome back to another monthly update video showing what has joined my collection. So if you're tuning in, you're obviously curious to see what I have added to the collection this month. So as you can see guys, there's quite a lot to get through, so we will jump straight in with the premium editions this month. So first of all, at the beginning of May, this awesome Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them edition arrived from Manta Labs, one of the premium Steelbook companies. And what they have done with this one-click edition is design it in the style of Newt's briefcase from the movie. And inside it came these 3 editions and also this very awesome sort of production booklet, all behind the scenes information. So that is very cool. So inside that one-click box, first of all, was their custom Steelbook, which comes with a lenticular magnet on the front, very similar to what Zavvi are doing with their Marvel MCU releases, and Film Arena as well, another premium Steelbook company. They also produce these magnet lenticular covers. I've shown a few of them off in past videos. So this Steelbook is custom to Manta Labs, so they made this one specifically for this release, so that's the only place you can get this. And it also released with this very awesome full slip edition, which has some embossing and glossy artwork from that part of the movie, and also on the back the 2 characters there are also embossed and glossy, so that's very cool. So that's the 4K edition of that one. The Steelbook came with the 3D version of the movie inside, and same with this 3D edition here. So this is the lenticular cover, which is very awesome, very deep and crisp. The city buildings in the background, and also the spark effects at the front here. It is a very nice lenticular cover, but my favorite artwork is this on the back. This clock edition here is very shiny, very embossed and glossy, and I just think it's absolutely beautiful. So that is absolutely awesome. So that is my favorite of the 3 editions out of this one-click box for the first movie, and I have made a position for those in my Harry Potter glass display unit, so it's nice to get them on display with all the others from that film series. Okay, so next up was Sicario 2, The Day of the Soldado. So this I haven't seen yet, but I do have the first movie and I've seen it twice now. I thought it was absolutely brilliant, really well designed and well put together. So I'm looking forward to watching that for a 3rd time just before giving this one a go, so I'll have a double bill one night. So this is the 4K Steelbook, again custom to Kimchi DVD, another premium Steelbook company. And yeah, so that's why this one is still sealed. I haven't quite given this one a watch yet, but I am looking forward to it. And this did come as a one-click edition with 2 other custom-made slip covers for the movie, but really I just wanted this one, the actual lenticular artwork on the front. I thought that was very nice, so I just picked up the one for that edition. And that was the same for this wheat edition of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. This whole artwork and the colour just blew me away. And this does also have a custom Steelbook from the Wheat Collection Company, which is this one here. So this is the only place you can buy this Steelbook of the movie. So the 2 other editions that they produced for the one-click box for this release, the artwork was fantastic and the covers looked amazing, but I did have that same artwork on other releases from other companies, so that kind of put me off buying the one-click for this version. So the reason I chose this one was I'd never seen this before, and it's just turned out absolutely beautiful. I think I'm very happy with it, and you can see the light shining. Hopefully the camera can pick that up. In the light, it's just beautiful, and the way it wraps around with all the characters as well, it's all embossed. So I am very happy with that release to go along with my other Marvel Guardians 2 editions. So as far as premiums go, this one was from HD Zeta. And I know Tomb Raider, the reboot of the franchise, it didn't get well received when it came out, but it is kind of becoming a guilty pleasure of mine. I saw it once at the cinema and once when I picked it up in 4K. This is the 3D version of it, so I was happy to get this edition for a movie that some will probably say doesn't deserve a premium release, but I'm happy to have the 3D edition of it, and I did actually quite like it. I quite enjoyed the movie. I'm a big fan of the games as well, and I think some of the scenes did stick quite closely to the reboot of the games. and it's got Walton Goggins in it, and that guy is an absolute legend. So again, it comes with a booklet and some art cards, very similar to a lot of the other premium releases as well. So yeah, very happy to put that one in the collection, and the lenticular cover again of Alicia I think is very, very nice. And this one was limited to only 300 in the world, so very limited. And you often find these HD Zeta editions, they do sell out very, very quickly. So that is awesome. And finally, on the premium range is this absolutely monster Maniacs edition from the Film Arena in the Czech Republic. So I've mentioned these guys probably every video now, because I absolutely love their editions. And yeah, typically with a Maniacs box, they're packed so full of additional sort of special gifts and artwork and cards, art cards, posters. So you often get value for money when you pick one of these up. I think they're absolutely stunning. And for one of the best movies ever made, I was so happy when this one arrived. It's always a good month when one of these sort of drops through the post. So Terminator 2 came with these awesome editions here. So we'll start with this first full slip edition. Again, Arnie embossed with the glasses and the shotgun. And on the back we've got Robert Patrick. And inside here, again, booklet, art cards. I won't go through them all now, otherwise the video would be hours long. But these editions here, these two editions, came with their own custom steelbooks. So as I mentioned before about Film Arena like to do the magnet lenticular covers for their steelbooks. That was for this version here, this steelbook they made especially for this release, which is very cool. And in the second slip, which is a double lenticular, we've got Arnie on the front there, looking all battle worn. And on the back, we've got the same thing for the T-1000, Robert Patrick again, just after battle, pulling this spear out of his side. This also came with its own custom steelbook as well. So classic artwork of Arnie on the bike, and again embossed, very, very cool. And I've got one of T-800 Terminators on the back. So yeah, two custom made steelbooks for this release. Often or not, these premiums will only release the same steelbook across all editions. So the fact they've put two in with this, and you can only get these from Film Arena. So very happy to add those to my Terminator collection. So I will pop that magnet back on the front. And I have already made a position for these editions, along with my other Terminator releases. So I did have to kind of squeeze it in. There's been so many awesome editions, especially for this one movie alone. Terminator 2 always gets the best treatment, as it rightly should. And what I've done with this Maniacs box is positioned it on top of my glass display counter here, next to the head and the endo arm. So that will fit perfectly there. So that also came with a special gift inside, which was this brain chip from the T-800's skull. So that special gift there, hopefully you can pick that up, that I've got displayed just behind this French Terminator 3 edition, which is very cool. And next up, well, actually what came with those editions as well as special gifts outside of the Maniacs box, I'll just go through them quickly. First of all, they provided it with a coffee mug as well, so that was nice as an extra gift alongside what you actually got inside the box, which is very cool. They did the similar thing with the John Wick edition as well that they released. And they also provided it with a Terminator 2 special t-shirt. So everybody who ordered that Maniacs box also got one of these black t-shirts. And you got to pick your size. So me being me, had to go extra large. And there's the artwork there of the Terminator looking all menacing. Now what Film Arena also offered to some of their customers who do sort of order from them regularly, who do support their business, and you know, who do like to sort of show off their editions in social media, is they offered a white version of that t-shirt. So this is very exclusive. So it's the same artwork of the Terminator, but a white edition. So only Film Arena's most loyal customers got one of these white t-shirts, so I was very proud to open the box when it arrived to see that one was also in there. So they are a premium company I've always sort of sang their praises of. I think their work is absolutely stunning, so I'm very happy that I was rewarded with that t-shirt. So what I will do, guys, is just pop them there. Now straight ahead you can see we have got quite a lot of standard Blu-rays and 4K editions as well. So this month here in Australia, JB Hifi have an offer on where it is buy one get one free on everything. So there's no limitations to the amount you can buy, to the size of boxes, whether or not you wanted complete TV series box sets or you just wanted a single DVD. Oh, actually, sorry, it's only on Blu-ray and 4K, but if you just wanted a sort of a single TV show or a single Blu-ray or a 4K, it's buy one get one free. So it's always the cheapest free, so it makes sense to obviously buy the same priced products together. So those two were $30 each, so I got them for $15, and they'd only been out a week as well, so I was very happy to get those. Halloween here on 4K was about $40, so I also picked that with another one that was $40, which was Castle Rock. So to save me going up to the counter multiple times to the same poor checkout person, I ordered all these online through separate transactions based on their prices, and then just went and collected them all at one go. So yeah, that was a massive haul for that day. And yeah, some of these 4K editions, again going back to Batman Assault on Arkham and Killing Joke, they were $16 each, so really got them for $8 a piece, and that's on 4K as well. So can't really go wrong at prices like that. And went for a lot of brand new releases that hadn't already dropped in the sale to make it worth it. So I went for the new Olivia Colman movie, The Favourite. Hellfest I'm looking forward to watching as well. That was a relatively new release here. And also I was very happy to pick up these Drive-In Deliriums from an Umbrella company who releases movies here and in Australia. So it's a combination of lots of trailers from different periods, lots of, as you can see, this one with Charles Bronson on the front, that one is going to be action-based. And then we've got sort of sleazy B-movie, Z-grade movie, sort of 70s savagery they've called it. And this one I think is going to be my favourite, 80s Overdrive. We've got Friday the 13th there, Chuck Norris. So yeah, I am going to absolutely adore watching these, and hopefully from the trailers notice a lot of movies that I have never heard of before that appeal to me, that I will then be able to track down. So they're not only going to be really good entertainment, I think they're going to help sort of grow the collection as well, because I'll make a note of what trailers look good and then track them down. So I won't go through all of them now, because we would literally be here a long time. But yeah, very happy with the selection I picked up, and I have got a lot of watching ahead of me. Right, so we also got from the UK a care package from Zavi, was this Predator edition of all 4 movies. I know the newest one gets a lot of stick, and I can understand why, so we won't go too much into that. But this edition was from Zavi, and it came with this model of the Predator. So honestly, it's not the best detailed model that they have released. Over in the glass counter, there's the Predator head sort of trophy edition, which the detail in it is absolutely incredible. One of the best Blu-ray box sets I think they've ever released. It's just so detailed and incredible. This looks like it's lacking in a lot of detail, especially in the paintwork. It's literally just pretty much all silver and brown. But it's nice to have in the collection, especially complete with the full 4-movie collection in 4K. The first movie in 4K, the picture quality, I've watched it twice now, and it's absolutely beautiful. They've kept the grain intact, but the colour in the jungle, the detail in the leaves and the blood, absolutely beautiful. I think it's one of the best transfers I've seen for an older movie. So yeah, that was a cool addition to sort of receive. And what I will do with the Predator model is place it up just near the alien head for now, but I may fit it somewhere in the glass counter if I can. So that is just going to sit up there for now with the rest of the other sort of Predator and Alien special editions. Now, as far as steelbooks go, got quite a few steelbooks this month. So another DC Universe animated movie. So I've got quite a few of these this month. The Fatal Five came in this cool steelbook from Xavi. Also picked up Reign of the Superman and the Throne of Atlantis. So yeah, and also hiding down there is also Batman Return of the Caped Crusader, based on the classic 60s TV show, so that's going to be fun to watch. So picked up that 4K from Xavi. And also second edition of Bumblebee. Last month's video I think I showed off the 4K edition, and that came in the yellow steelbook with Bumblebee. This one was from Xavi in the UK, and it's completely different artwork, and this is just the standard Blu-ray. So I did pick this one up as well. Now I've got 2 copies of the movie. I did enjoy it, so I do like that artwork on that one. This was really cheap from Xavi, and I've never seen the movie, but it is classic artwork of Raquel Welch in the sort of furry bikini, and Ray Harryhausen is an absolute master with his stop motion effects. So that one is a classic movie I've never seen, but I am looking forward to. Now, big shout out to a friend in America called Niv, who often helps me pick up a lot of these editions when the companies won't ship to Australia. He picked up this animated artwork for Aquaman, the DC movie. So basically this will continue on a series that basically has Man of Steel, and then we've got Batman vs Superman all the way up to Justice League. So it's nice that they've continued the range of artwork again. So this one is going to go up here next to the rest of them. I just have to make room on the steel beam. So yeah, very cool that one I was able to get through him. Very much appreciate it. And Alien 4K edition, absolutely beautiful picture quality. I did mention this in my last video because I picked up the standard just sort of plastic box edition because I was waiting for this to arrive from the UK, but it didn't arrive in time, and I honestly couldn't wait to watch the movie. It's one of my favourite movies of all time, so very happy to have this steelbook now. It is absolutely beautiful. A lot of people didn't really like the artwork because it doesn't mean much from the movie. The style of it looks very sort of metallic, but I think it's great. I think we haven't really seen that artwork before, and it just shines in the light. So that one I was very happy to pick up. And this also a very special release for me. The Burning, one of the best sort of Friday the 13th homage movies, slasher movies in the woods. So this is an Arrow release to go in my Arrow collection. I've mentioned before that I'm trying to go for a complete collection, and I didn't have the steelbook of it. There was a gentleman I started speaking to online who watched my original tour video, and he reached out to me and we started talking, and he mentioned that he had a few copies of this steelbook and that he would be happy to send me one just to add to my collection. He didn't want any money for it. He simply just wanted to send me this as a gift because he felt proud to actually have something in my collection that was provided by him. So yeah, I felt very honored when he said he wanted to send me a gift. We'd never met before, and I did pay for postage on it because I didn't want him to be out of pocket to send it all the way to Australia. So yeah, so humbled that somebody would do that, a complete stranger, and this means the world to me. So if that guy is watching, you know who you are. Thank you so much. And picked up these from Xavi, the awesome 4K editions of the Cap trilogy. First Avenger, Winter Soldier, and Civil War. So the artwork on these is awesome. And Xavi is going to continue this sort of style with Iron Man. I think they've already had Iron Man 1 and 2 pre-ordered now. Iron Man 3 is yet to be announced, but they'll eventually probably do it with all 3 Thor movies as well when they release in 4K, or at least when Thor and the Dark World are in 4K. So very similar to what Coulson would probably have had, sort of like an old art card, collector's card style artwork. I think maybe that was the design or style they were going for, but they are absolutely awesome. So eventually they're going to appear on my magnet wall for my Marvel movies over just behind the TV. And I did actually buy some new magnets and tape to actually put those up on the wall. So what I'm going to do is actually make a separate video, because I'm having a lot of people comment about it was a good idea and they like the look of it, so they want to see how it was done. So I'm actually going to make another video separate to these monthly haul videos, just showing how to sort of go about that. So hopefully that goes down well. And last but not least, in the steelbooks, is 3 Mondo releases picked up from Italy, Amazon Italy. So again, Dawn of Justice and Justice League, so a couple more DC Universe ones, and V for Vendetta. So very, very cool releases from Mondo. They always come with these plastic sort of outer slip covers that you can slide off to reveal the artwork underneath. And Mondo release the numbers of what they are. So we have numbered 27, 26 and 25. I don't have many Mondo Steelbooks. I've got Labyrinth as well, but it would be nice to collect them all eventually, although the reason I didn't pick up some of the earlier ones, I wasn't a big fan of the artwork on them, but these I really did like, so I was happy to pick these up. But now it's kind of ignited something inside me to want to get the rest. Now I know that they're all numbered along there. So typically I'm that type of guy that gets obsessed over complete collections. That's probably why I've tried to stay away from the Criterion releases, otherwise I'd have no money left whatsoever. So yeah, what else we picked up from Xavi was this very heavy, very awesome anime edition of Perfect Blue. So this absolutely beast of a box set was limited, I think, to only 1,000, although it is still available last time I checked, so there's not as many fans for the movie as I thought. I do have a very old copy of this on DVD. My partner studied animation at uni, and we went through a phase where we bought a lot of manga, a lot of anime. So I do have a copy of this on DVD, but I haven't seen it in years. So I'm looking forward to giving this a go on remastered Blu-ray. And this booklet that it came with, it's presented, it's the storyboards presented in the original language for authenticity. So there's the Blu-ray there. So yeah, it's absolutely an absolute beast. I mean, this book alone would have cost quite a lot of money, I think, if you was to purchase it. So if you are a fan of the movie, it's a must-have. So it's very cool. Honestly, I doubt very much I'll flick through every page and read that religiously, but I am looking forward to watching the movie. And this huge box, I think it's absolutely brilliant. So yeah, very happy to pick that one up from Xavi. Slot her back in. Very cool. It's so heavy as well because of that book. So also thanks to my friend again in America, Niv, he also picked up the 4K edition of Glass. So I didn't buy the local edition here at JB Hifi or Sanity because I knew America released this awesome slipcover edition where you can actually change the art cards between the 3 characters. So we've got Mr. Glass there, Samuel L. Jackson, and we've got Wendell Crumb, James McAvoy. So yeah, with the actual slipcover itself looking like shattered glass, you have the choice of 3 different character art cards. So what I'll actually do is keep it as Mr. Glass, seeing as he is the titled name in the movie. So, haven't actually watched this one yet, although I have seen Split a couple of times and Unbreakable. Missed this at the cinema, so I'm actually looking forward to giving this one a go. And if I do have time, I would like to do it as a trilogy, watch Unbreakable again and Split, and then finish off with Glass, but it's just finding the time to do it. But yeah, that is also an awesome edition I was happy to get from the States. And Eureka Video, got a couple from Eureka. Another sort of special label company, special label company that deals with older classic type well-respected movies. We've got Silent Running here, that's in an old VHS style box. Now they did another one similar to this for Fright Night, which I also have in the collection. So I wanted to continue that on by getting this Silent Running edition, and the Blu-ray is just slotted in there, and it comes with some art cards and also a poster as well. So an old classic sci-fi movie there, which is very cool. You find a lot of these releases now, they're favouring this old VHS style box, and it looks like it's full of wear and tear, which sort of adds to the authenticity of it. And obviously the sticker along the side of what it is, it's even still wearing away on the VHS logo. So yeah, very cool, very happy to have that, and I will place that in the collection along next to Fright Night, and hopefully Eureka keep them going. And Stephen King, Cujo. So yeah, I watched this for the day it arrived, one of my favourite Stephen King adaptations. A bit like Jaws with a rabid dog. The lady and her son are trapped inside a car on a farm, no one's around. So the second half of that movie is very tense, very sort of claustrophobic, and yeah, I absolutely love that movie. And Eureka provided it with a behind the scenes sort of booklet as well, which was an interesting read. I read that after watching the movie. So yeah, very cool release for Cujo. Now, didn't pick up many arrows this month other than that one that gentleman was kind enough to send me, but I also picked up Scared Stiff. This was ordered directly through the Arrow website because it came with this custom sleeve, this custom slipcover that you could only get through the Arrow store. So that artwork is very cool, and inside is just the standard edition that you could pick up from other retailers. Now, I had great fun with this movie. It was a bit slow in places, but the last sort of 15 to 20 minutes, anybody sort of who loves practical effects, especially from the 80s, it was absolutely brilliant, especially using this guy on the front here that has a zip to open up his scalp to reveal his brain. You see one scene with him in it towards the end. I thought it was fantastic, so I did have a lot of fun with that one. So that was one of the special Arrow releases for the month. And what I also picked up cheap, these were half price on the 88 Films website, were the 88 Vault collection. So managed to pick up all of these, and I've just noticed one is out of order. They are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 10. So they've only released 10 of these so far. So 7 to 10 came with their cardboard sleeves. I think I was a little bit too late to get them for the rest of the movies, but I'm very happy to have these. I have so far watched I Drink Your Blood, which was a first watch for me. Again, similar to Cujo, it was about rabies, but this time in humans. I've also watched One Dark Night, which I thought was quite a slow movie, until again the last 10 to 15 minutes, a little bit like Scared Stiff. It all sort of breaks loose, all hell breaks loose inside a mausoleum with these young girls. So yeah, that was very cool. I also watched Street Trash and Body Melt, two movies as part of what are known as the Melt movies. Very gory practical effects. This sort of from Australia, an exploitation classic. First time watch again. Surprised to see old Harold Bishop from Home and Away crop up. There he is there. So I did in the UK after school, did often catch Neighbours and Home and Away while I was younger. So that was interesting to see him in this type of movie. So yeah, part of the sort of Melt movies, quite gory, quite disgusting practical effects, but I did prefer Body Melt over Street Trash, but that is sort of a classic movie from this sort of period as well. I also watched Dogs, which I thought was very good. It was, yeah, a very good movie. I enjoyed that one. It was a bit like dogs going off, harming their owners, and there's no rhyme or reason why. It's a bit like a zombie outbreak, but for dogs there's no reason why they start to attack. Again, a bit like Alfred Hitchcock's Birds in that respect. So that was good. I also watched Dead Time Stories, which I absolutely loved. Three tales of, first one of witches, the second one of werewolves, and the third one sort of riffing on the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So that was a very interesting watch, and I did enjoy that. I quite like these anthology movies that are split up into mini stories, a bit like Creepshow. And Harlequin, another exploitation classic. So I did watch that as well. Very political, but not quite sure if I enjoyed it as much as the reading up I did on it afterwards would make out how good the movie is. But yeah, happy to have those in the collection, and if they do release any more, then I'll continue getting them now that they are numbered. It'll be nice to sort of come across movies that I haven't seen before. Now, second to last, well, actually, I've missed one, but we'll go back to that one in a second. Picked up a lot of these DVDs as well as part of a 20% off sale at JB Hifi. So these were usually just over $6 each, but with a 20% off, they actually got a lot cheaper as well. So it's very rare you can find sort of 50-cent or dollar movies here in Australia. So when you can find movies like this for only $5, yeah, I'm happy to sort of pick up a whole bunch in one go. And a lot of these you can't actually get on Blu-ray here. They just don't release them on Blu-ray. So yeah, got a selection there. And also picked up from the UK, I got this sent through, Inside Number 9. I think these guys are absolutely brilliant. Steve Pemberton and Reece Shearsmith. The League of Gentlemen and Psychoville, I think these guys are absolute geniuses, and I've absolutely loved every episode from the previous 3 seasons. So I'm looking forward to jumping into this one. That sort of horror comedy type of TV show is right up my street, so it's yeah, it's brilliant. Now here in front of me, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 from Germany. Again, a friend in Germany called Joachim helps me out all the time with editions that I can't get here in Australia or won't send to me in Australia. He actually gifted me this. He had a spare version of it and he sent it with my recent package, and it is absolutely brilliant. I'd never seen it before, but it does light up, which is quite novel. I think it's absolutely awesome. Some people out there might see it as a bit tacky, but I think it's absolutely brilliant. So love that, and very, very happy to have that in my collection. And I appreciate it so much that he sent me this as a gift. I did return the favour and I bought him a copy of The Predator from Sanity here in Australia. It does have a heat activated slipcover, so I was happy to sort of send him that one as a thank you. So yeah, inside this was some art cards and booklet and the movie as well. So that one is going in my Spider-Man collection. Display it proudly. Now, last but not least is HD Zeta's Dark Knight Trilogy Mother Box. This is an absolute monster. So basically, I have shown off the editions that came in this before. They were actually here already for my tour video a few months ago. But what HD Zeta did was produce this complete box to house them in. So on the front, it has the classic Bat logo from the Nolan trilogy. And on the back there, we've got Christian Bale offset to a burning city. And yeah, the actual logo of the bat symbol and also the title as well shines in the light. Hopefully the camera can pick that up. And inside the box is space for all 3 one-click boxes. So although it's empty right now, those 3 one-click boxes I currently have positioned over here. So these editions here, these 9 editions, 3 each in each one-click box. And all of these one-click boxes have lenticular covers as well. When the 3 editions are inside these boxes, they are so heavy. And then these are designed to sit all 3 in here like that. So I'm not going to hide them away because I think they're too nice to keep all together in this box, but it's nice to know that this does exist eventually if I do run out of space, and I can pack them away, that the whole edition looks like this. Absolutely beautiful. So this is probably the nicest Dark Knight Trilogy edition that has ever released. I mean, there are these other editions that we've got up here, and we've got the film book editions, but this now is just the best one out there. So happy to finally receive this box. And apparently one of the trucks transporting these boxes to collectors actually had an accident. It actually crashed and it damaged a lot of the stock. So unfortunately, whether or not they are going to be printing more for other collectors out there, I do know on some of the forums that I visit, some of the collectors did say that theirs had arrived with a bit of a nick or a dent in the corners, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I was very happy when this one turned up because it arrived perfect. So yeah, very, very cool. So guys, we pretty much rushed through that hopefully pretty quickly. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed watching again this month, and if you have any questions about any editions or you'd like to know more, again, as always guys, just reach out to me, send me a message, and all going well, I will see you next time for what's arrived in June. Okay, thanks for watching guys. Cheers.